Hey guys, back with another video today. Um, I just realized how shiny and clammy I still look. I just came back from my workout, so I guess I'm still a little sweaty. But I stopped to get my car washed, and I said, you know what? If you guys realize, all my videos pretty much take place in my car, and that's because I'm always kind of on the move, doing one thing or another, and I feel like in my car this is the downtime that I have, because once I hit the office, I'm on go. Once I'm in the house, you know what I mean? I'm on go with the family and the dog and everything like that. But not to get off topic, I just wanted to hop on today and answer one of the questions that I get asked the most. I probably like at least on a monthly basis, and it is, how do I start my home care business? What are the steps? So that's what I want to talk to you guys today about. I just want to give you guys 5 easy steps to get started with opening your home care business. So, if you were or returning to my channel, thank you and welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Makia, and basically I just get on and share my journey with me opening my own home care business with others who may be interested in starting their business as well. So, if you've been looking to start a home care business, go ahead and get your pencil and paper. Get ready to write. It won't be too much. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys 5 easy steps to get started. So, let's get into it. Step number 1 is going to be to create a business plan. Okay. So, a lot of times when you tell someone to create a business plan, they get a little nervous, probably because they think it has to be a long, elaborate document. And I'll say that's only the case if you are, maybe, say for instance, seeking funding from a bank or something like that to start your business. They may have very specific and particular things that you have to put in your business plan that might make it a little longer and more detailed. But in general, the business plan that I'm talking about is a simple document. All you need to do in order to create your business plan is, number 1, you need to detail your vision for the business. Okay. Because this document is to help you clarify what you see for your business, and also to help you prepare for starting and running your business. So I'll say, create a business plan, and in the business plan, you need to detail what your vision is for the business. You need to identify your target market, the services that you plan to provide, do some research and estimate startup costs. I'll say, do some research to estimate your revenue potential, and also just operational expenses. You know what I mean? If you intend to have an office and, overhead associated with the office and things like that, you just want to kind of get that information down on paper so that you can be as prepared as possible. Of course, some things you'll only learn as you start moving through running your business, but it is still a good starting point to create a business plan so that you have a document and you at least have some structure and organization for getting started. So that's number 1, create a business plan. Number 2, get legal. Okay. So a lot of people skip this step because now in the new internet age, it's so easy just to start a business, start offering something, whether it be a product, service, or whatever. And you can just today have an idea, tomorrow be in business. And that's fine. You know what I mean? I love that that's the case right now, because it creates so many possibilities for people. However, in this particular line of business, I do not recommend that approach. So you're going to want to get legal. And what I mean by getting legal is, first, you want to determine how you want to structure your business. And what I mean by structuring your business, I mean you want to decide if you want to operate as a sole proprietor, an LLC or a corporation. Now, I'm not here to tell you specifically what structure you should choose. I 100% do not recommend that you operate this type of business as a sole proprietor. Couple different reasons for that, which you can look up the pros and cons, do your own research online as it relates to that. But I do not recommend starting this type of business and running as a sole proprietor. So for now, I'm just going to speak from the standpoint of operating as an LLC. And so when you go to structure your business, what you're going to need to do is register your business with the state that you live in. So you're going to want to, all you need to do is go on Google. It just takes a simple Google search and just say, Secretary of State website in my state, whatever that state is, Secretary of State website for Pennsylvania, Secretary of State website for Ohio, whatever the state that you live in. You just want to go ahead and Google the official website for the Secretary of State in your area. In your state, and then go on that website, and there will be instructions for how you can go ahead and register your business. Now, the thing you want to do once you get on that website first is go to their search tool to put in the business name that you would like to choose for your business. And I'm going to recommend that when you're choosing your business name, maybe write down at least 3 options, because you'll find that when you do this search, there may be a business already operational that has claimed the name that you want to use for your business. So you want to do a search to see if the name that you want to operate under is even available. Okay, because you may have to tweak the name that you have originally in your head that you want to use for your business. I had to do that a couple times. I went onto the website, I searched, and the name that I wanted to use for my business was already taken. I went on and I searched my second option, and the name that I wanted to use for the second option was taken as well. So I just had to kind of play with it and tweak the wording a little bit to find something that worked. And when I did, I went ahead and followed the steps on the website for submitting a request to have that name assigned and reserved for my business. When you do that, I will say it's going to cost you a little bit. I'll say when I did mine, I think it may have been somewhere around $70. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's a range when, from state to state, and that was in the state of Pennsylvania when I registered my business. So depending on your state, I don't see it costing more than, let's say, between $70 and let's just go up to $200 just to be flexible. So it's not a whole heck of a lot, but you will need to be prepared to pay something to go ahead and register your business in your state. The second aspect of getting legal is, okay, we talked about structure, we talked about registering. Oh, you want to get an EIN number. Now, of course, if you decided to operate as a sole proprietor, you don't necessarily have to get an EIN number, but if you did register or want to register as an LLC, once you do complete that registration, you're going to want to get an EIN number with the IRS. And a lot of times you'll see businesses paying for this type of service just because it is offered online and advertised online, and some people just don't know how to go about getting their EIN number. I will tell you that paying for this is completely unnecessary because it's so easy. Literally all you have to do is go to irs.gov. You will see a section for EIN numbers, and you just click it, and literally you can click the information to getting your EIN number, fill in what's requested, and have your EIN number within minutes. It is literally returned to you instant. It's not something that you have to wait for. You can get sign up for it and get it right then and there. You print it off or save it and save the attachment to your computer, whatever the case may be. So just be prepared to save it in some way, because Once you sign up for it and get it, you will want to keep that record. You will need to either print it or save it as an attachment, because I don't know if they send you anything in the mail after you do the registration for it. So you're just going to want to make sure that you either have access to a printer or the ability to save the document as an attachment to your computer. So, okay, we talked about structure, we talked about registering, we talked about EIN number. So those are the aspects as it relates to getting legal. I do not recommend skipping this step. You will regret it if you do that in this line of work. Step number 3. I'm sorry, I'm showing y'all number 2. I meant to say step number 3. Open a business bank account. This is also another step that I see people frequently skip. I do not recommend that in this line of work. I don't recommend that for any business, but a lot of people just don't know that you do need to keep your personal expenses and transactions completely separate from each other. And in order to do that, you do need to open a business bank account. You can do that with pretty much any bank in your area that offers business banking. There's also credit unions. They are a great option, which I actually recommend credit unions. However, it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever bank in your area that offers business banking, you reach out to them, ask them the documentation that they need in order to open up a business bank account, and you go ahead and start the process with them. It's super easy. You can even go online. Most times in this day and age, you go to the website of the bank or credit union that you choose. You click business banking, and it'll give you a complete list of all the documentation that they're going to ask you for in order to open a business bank account. One of those documents will be the documentation that you get from step number 2 when you went to your Secretary of State's website and registered your business. When you get that information back and that confirmation and all of that, that's one of the things I'm almost positive every bank is going to require when you go to open your business bank account. I could be wrong. It could be different from bank to bank or different states and things like that. I'm just only speaking from my personal experience in opening a few different businesses. That was always one of the things that I had to produce when I went to open my business bank account. The other thing that's super important about having a business bank account is you are going to incur certain expenses in this process with just getting started. And you want to be able to use your business bank account to pay for those expenses, because at the end of the year, whenever it comes to taxes and things like that, now I'm no tax expert, so I'm not going to get too involved in that, but I will say that a lot of the expenses that you incur will be write-offs and things like that. And if you haven't used your business bank account, kept your receipts and things like that, you won't be able to take advantage of those tax benefits. So that's why it's going to be super important to open your business bank account, and everything relating to your business as far as transactions are concerned, you either want to use your debit card for your business or write a check, do an electronic transaction, whatever the case may be, run it through your business bank account. And you want to steer away from any personal expenses being processed through your business bank account. Completely avoid that at all costs whenever possible. I'll do a completely separate video on that. I had to learn that through trial and error as well down through the years. However, I'll do a separate video on that at a later time. So that's number 3. Number 4 is you want to apply for any applicable licenses and permits that are required for running a home care business in your state. Now, I'll speak on the state of Pennsylvania, where I started my business. The licensure that we had to apply for originally goes through the Department of Health. So I don't know if it's the same in all states. However, all it takes is a quick Google search. Go on Google and type, is a license required to open a home care agency in my state? whatever that state is a license required to open a home care agency in Ohio? Is a license required to open a home care agency in Florida? Whatever the case may be, wherever you live in, a quick Google search should tell you if you need a license and who you need to go to apply for that license. Some states require not only licenses, but particular permits and things like that. So you want to check those things out in your search to opening your business. So that's step number 4. Oh, you know what? Before I go to number 4, a lot of times when you go to apply for your license, part of the application and the paperwork, they are going to ask you for very specific information to submit along with your application. And a lot of those papers include like policies and procedures for running your business, training information for how you will be training your staff and the topics that you'll be training them on. And the good thing about this is a lot of times the application itself will tell you the information that they're looking for. Now, I will say that sometimes this information can be a bit complex. So this is where a lot of times a mentor or consulting is beneficial, even if it has to be paid for. You can, of course, spend your time and do your own research. I'm not telling you that you need to go and spend money to hire a consultant, but I will tell you that it is beneficial. If you want to get up and operational sooner rather than later, you can consult with a consultant in this space. They can tell you exactly what policies and procedures you will need to submit. They can give you maybe even templates on those policies and procedures to kind of take out the research and guesswork part of it. And it just helps you to get up and operational sooner rather than later, but it's not required. The internet does exist. You can spend your time researching and finding the different policies and procedures that you're going to need. But I just wanted to let you know that when you do go to submit your application, you will have a little bit of research and legwork to do, because there are certain things that you have to submit with that application in order to go ahead and get that approval. So once you get your license and you get the notification that you've been approved to operate in your state, now it's time to open for business. Step number 5. Step number 5 is to open for business. Okay, so what you want to do is advertise. That could be on social media, that could be on Google, that could be word of mouth, that could be door to door, whatever the case may be. However you want to promote your business, step number 5 is to go ahead and open for business. You want to promote your business. You want to advertise that you're start to hire your employees. Start to train your employees so that when you do start taking on your clients, that you already have staff ready and able to take on the work. So that's step number 5. That's those are the only steps that I have for you guys. Number 1, create a business plan. Number 2, get legal. Number 3, open up a business bank account. Number 4, apply for your license and any applicable permits. And number 5 is go ahead and open for business. So you know what? I'm going to give you guys 6. I'm going to give a bonus step. Number 6 is subscribe to my channel because I'm going to tell you that once you do open for business, that's just the beginning. You know what I mean? Getting your license and getting your first client, that's just one thing. You're going to need tips and things like that in order to help you to stay going and sustain, because you'll be surprised at the things that you run into as it relates to this business. Thankfully, some of it I've already gone through. Now, I'm still learning a lot, but I have come in contact with quite a bit as it relates to this business. So you're going to want to, that's number 6. The bonus step is you want to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to fill you guys in on the good, the bad, and the ugly as it relates to this industry. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys found some value in this video. Go ahead and drop down in the comments and let me know where you guys stand in your journey. You know what I mean? Is this just a business that you've been throwing around the idea of starting? Have you already started? You know, I want to kind of get to know you guys as well, and let me know where you stand. Let me know if you found value with this video, and also put some questions that you may have in the comments, because it'll help me with the topics and, you know, what videos that you guys will get the most benefit and value from, if I know specific questions that you guys may have. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get notifications whenever I drop new videos and new content. But that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Ain't got no more. Talk to y'all later.